Hello again, it's Joey John Maguire. I'm in a wonderful pub, been here before. It's the Coronet, Weatherspoons pub in Holloway Road. Just maybe 200 yards from the underground station. Turn left as you get out. Anyway, this is a very sad day for me. Yesterday when I arrived home, I opened my paper and there it was. Mr. Sadiq Khan, in all his wisdom, had signed off on the new Chelsea rebuild for their new stadium. Chasing the money as always, as they always do. And to the best of my knowledge, as I'd written to Abramovich, but have not had a reply to date, there's been nothing set aside for the likes of me. And I live literally 15 yards from my back windows, my living room and bedroom. I can almost touch the stadium, and I'm going to have to leave my home. So I've dedicated the following poem, which is my latest poem, to Mr. Abramovich, but also it's for Mr. Khan, who I fully intend to write to in the near future, and also to every Chelsea football fan, in fact every football fan in this country. The cost of this rebuild has a human cost as well, and I am one of the people who's it's going to cost an awful lot financially, health-wise and socially. And like I say, to date I've heard nothing from Mr. Abramovich, Hammersmith Council, or Mr. Khan, or even the people who look after me at Sir Oswald Stoll Foundation, which is right next door. We are Mr. Abramovich's neighbours. We are the veterans. Anyway, I can't tell you how angry I am that we have been overlooked because of money. And I think what a lot of the supporters don't realise is he may have the money, but he won't end up paying for this new stadium, this £500 million stadium. They will, because in 4 years' time, when he's finished this absolute monstrosity, which I refer to as a nuclear bunker for launching missiles, the very best for launching Thunderbirds. When he's finished building it, the ticket price won't stay at £50 odd. That's going to be like £100, and it won't take him many years. And believe me, the fans are going to pay for that stadium. And he's rubbing his hands together, and he gets his Scalextrics. But there you go. And the fans will have paid for that. But also, there are a lot of people responsible for forcing me out of my retirement home, my place of safety, which I'm very, very annoyed about. Anyway, here's the poem on how I feel. It's called Playing Blind. My bedrock severely weakened, defences breached by what I would describe to be multiple earthquakes. It doesn't take much of an event to see my foundations and the fragile pillars I have managed to build upon them come tumbling down. Yesterday, I felt the seismic shudder as I watched my whole world crumbling before my eyes. My delicate existence no match for the earth-shattering tremor it was dealt. All I could muster was to look on helplessly, knowing there was nothing further I could do. There was no plan B, and plan A had been no more than a whispered, futile gesture. I was holding a weak hand, and worse still, I was going blind, not privy to its contents. and I was playing with a master, with his full hand in view, and to my astonishment, it turned out to be a royal flush. Such are the ways of such a game, each player on his own. Having said that, no man is an island, and no man can fight forever single-handed, and not every battle is held defending an entrance to a bridge. Sometimes the floodgates are opened. So my destiny unfolds, as so often has been the case, not the way I'd planned. Too old, too frail to fight. I must bow my head in defeat, and I must go. I must accept the terms of the victor, leave quietly, accept the inevitable. The odds always stacked against me. I must learn to be invisible, disappear into obscurity like I never existed, for everyone's sake. No doubt I have been betrayed, let down in so many ways. My feelings ignored, I am left with my heart in tatters. No sense in asking for help, for earlier cries have been ignored. It seems, in the greater scheme of things, that I no longer matter. I'm going to do that last verse again, for obvious reasons. No doubt I have been betrayed, let down in so many ways. My feelings ignored, I am left with my heart in tatters. No sense in asking for help, for earlier cries have been ignored. It seems, in the greater scheme of things, that I no longer matter. I would like to thank Mr. Roman Abramovich, the Russian, who's done this to me. And I dedicate this poem, it says at the bottom of this poem, especially dedicated to Mr. Roman Abramovich. Nice man. Read his wiki.